All right, we've all been there where mountain biking just seems too overwhelming. It seems like there's too many moving parts and it's just not worth the effort to go out and mountain bike. And today I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons why you might want to quit mountain biking. But before I give you those reasons, you probably shouldn't quit mountain biking. First, we start with climbing. Let me know down in the comments if this has ever happened to you before. This trail is awesome so far. This climb doesn't seem too bad either. How far we got left till we get to the top? We're almost to the top. We're like 3/4 of the way there.
One eternity later.
Are we almost there yet? It's been like an hour since you said we were almost to the top. Now, it's really no beating around the bush. Climbing sucks. I do know a few people who love climbing, and I have grown to like it a little bit. The more you get in shape, the more it doesn't bother you. You will not believe the physical and mental strength you gain from climbing up mountains on a bike. It's unbelievable. All right, now let's talk about how expensive mountain biking is. We all know bikes cost a lot, but let's assume you already have a bike or you get a bike like this that's cost effective. This is the kind of bike I would recommend to most people starting out. A nice quality hardtail with a decent fork, hydraulic disc brakes, and a nice wide range of gears. But one thing a lot of people don't talk about is gear when it comes to helmet and pads. As you can see, the cost of protective gear can add up really quick. And you might be hesitant to buy it like I was in the beginning because you just spent money on a bike and now you have to spend all this money on protective gear. Trust me, it's worth it because it's a lot cheaper than a visit to the hospital. That leads into my next reason why you might want to quit mountain biking, and that's because you crash. Now there's different levels of crashing. You just have to make sure you stay in the level of crashing that's in your skill level. Whether you like it or not, crashing is inevitable. But usually every time you crash, you get a little bit better and you learn what you can and can't do. Now freak accidents do happen, but most of the time you know exactly why and how you crashed. That's why having protective gear is so important, especially when you're a beginner, because in most crashes, you're not really going fast enough or jumping high enough to really do some damage. This is one I struggle with in the beginning also. Depending on where you live, mountain biking can be really inconvenient and hard to fit into a busy schedule. You usually have to drive a good distance just to get to the trail. Then you have the riding time plus the drive back home, so it can really turn into an all-day thing. And if you only have a few hours a week to mountain bike, this can really be an issue for you. But let me tell you, those few hours you do get to go mountain bike and get out there and drive and have some peace and quiet is well worth it. As adults, a lot of us have families, jobs, and other responsibilities, which makes it hard to plan and ride with other people. That being said, you will have to ride alone on occasions, and it can be a challenge, especially if you're not mechanically sound or very experienced riding certain trails. One other issue you may run into is how to navigate the trails and how to read trail maps. To this day, I still have trouble reading trail maps, so make sure you really know where you're going, or it's a smaller trail system where it's almost impossible to get lost. I've been mountain biking 3 years now, and I'll be honest, I was close to quitting a few times, but I stuck with it and now I can't imagine myself having those thoughts again. It's tough in the beginning like any other thing when you first start out with little to no experience. Let me know down in the comments if you run into any of these situations and it's made you quit, it's made you want to quit, or even stopped before you ever even started mountain biking. It's been snowing a lot here recently, but I did get to get out and ride the other day, and I want to show you some of that footage from that ride.